Hey guys, Matt here from Lano Equipment, and I have a brand new Develon DL250-7 wheel loader behind me today. I'm going to go over some of the general specs, features of the machine, as far as covering what you have inside the cab as well. So let's get down to it. Starting from the bottom on this DL250, it weighs 30,527 pounds, powered by a Develon 171 horsepower DL06 diesel motor. This is the standard lift arm. They also make a high lift version of this as well, but its max reach at roughly 45 degrees up into the hinge pins, you're talking 12 feet 8 inches of dump height. This is the hydraulic quick attach system you have on here. So options for this arm is a 3.3 cubic yard bucket from Develon, or else it's snow season here in Minnesota, so you can put a hydraulic wind blade, snowplow blade, you name it. There's tons of options for a machine this size. Coming back here, you have your standard front headlights, LED front and rear work lights on top of the cab, left and right side view mirrors. You'll have your standard step up into the cab, safety grab bars all over the sides here, so getting up into the cab is comfortable and safe at all times. Standard wheel stops for each side. So going into the main hydraulics of this machine, its main hydraulic pumps produce 40.9 gallons per minute. And for PSI, work pressure, pumping out roughly 3,800 PSI, and for steer pressure, about 2,800 PSI. This machine travels roughly 24 miles per hour at its fourth gear. Now, they do make a 5-speed option, which will put you roughly above 30 miles per hour, but then its reverse gear will only go roughly about 40.5 miles per hour. So, safe speeds you can operate this machine at. This is the standard loader arm. They do make a high lift loader arm, but we're gonna cover this one today. So it has a max height into the hinge pin of about 12 feet 8 inches. So its dump height is roughly 9 feet 2 inches. And then it has a max reach of about 3.5 feet. Coming up to the quick attach here, there are a couple options for this front quick attach. This is the hydraulic quick attach, where you can put on a 3.3 cubic yard bucket or a hydraulic wing snow blade. There's a lot of options you can mix and match with on the front of these machines to take advantage of the size and scope that you can use these things for. A lot of places you'll find the different attachment variations are, snowplow customers, or different bucket sizes for high capacity environments where you need to transport a lot of material across a yard or quarry pit. This machine creates roughly 23,857 pounds of breakout force. So we're going to walk towards the back of this, and I'll point out the standard front headlights, LED work lights on the top there. And note too, with the cab, just look at how much glass there is to cover, so the operator can see basically everything in the path of this machine. Standard left and right side view mirrors, and all kinds of safety handles, and this metal step. So on those cold, icy days, you're never really in danger of falling off the considerable height of these machines. And then lastly, to cover, this machine has a maximum turning radius. So outside of the tires, you're roughly 18 feet, but outside of the bucket edge in front, you're roughly 19 feet turning radius. So then finally, towards the rear of this machine, you have 2 access points on either side to access the hydraulic pump and your motor, but then also this rear access for your radiator and battery. Now, covering a couple things, your LED rear tail lights, work lights on the front there, along with the most important rear view camera for seeing what's behind you. And then we'll get to more components inside of the cab of this machine. Now, the first thing I'll point out is all these glass panels located around me. Now, as you can imagine, operating a machine of this size, visibility is probably one of the most important components for a customer when deciding to purchase one of these. Now, I can see everywhere around me right now. There's glass everywhere. And all this is tinted too, so it's almost like wearing a pair of sunglasses blocking out the sun. So, operating a machine of this size, the visibility aspect of this Develon machine is absolutely incredible. And along the visibility component, I have not only a rear camera, but also a front bucket camera as well. So there's no area that I cannot see operating this machine. So going into your steering wheel column here, so this is a telescopic, and you can also tilt up and down and extend you. But this steering wheel column, you have your speeds on the left here, as well as your shuttle for forward, neutral, and rear. And then you've got your 4 gears on the side there. Your right stick will control your windshield wiper. You can see the big windshield wiper right there. You have a gauge cluster in front of you. And just to finish off, you have your 2 brake pedals located on either side of the steering wheel column, and then your accelerator pedal. And then you have air ducts located on the front well. To the right here, you have your joystick control, so operating the loader here. I'll just do that quickly for you guys. So panning to the right here, you have your joystick. So this is controlled by, you just pop on your auxiliary hydraulics here, and your joystick controls. As you can see here, the bucket tilt as well. But very easy to use with one hand while you have your left hand on the steering wheel. You have your auxiliary hydraulic functions located on the joystick as well. Now the activation switch is on your right side, like I showed you briefly before, along with your parking brake. Hazard light switch. This is your stop and start switch. So to turn the machine on, you'll be pressing this button once to turn your electrical on. You'll hold to start the machine and also hold to turn it off as well. And to finish it off, you have your button cluster here with your headlights, beacon strobe lights, windshield wiper fluid, heated mirrors, float function, bucket positioning. You have your 12-volt plug, a couple cup holders back here. And then I am also sitting in an air-ride suspension seat with an armrest on my left, nice larger armrest on my right. And ergonomically speaking, this is very, very comfy. And I'll drive around for a little bit while I have the camera on briefly as well. You'll see how quiet it is in this cab too. And then just to cover the left side, so all these slides will open the windows. So you have slots on the left here for this little panel, a larger one up top. And then there's also this one on the right side. Going up to the top, you have your integrated radio, your climate control, fan speed, AC, defoggers, and then your speakers on the left and right side. And then just like a car, you've got your sunglasses compartment, along with 2 mirrors on the interior on the left and right side here. So focusing on the screens you have in here, you see the bottom here for your front-facing camera. Now, Develon's buckets are actually, they call them transparent buckets, where you can see down to the cutting edge on the very front of this machine. This camera right here will show you all of that, along with adjustments and grid lines you can add, or even change the brightness depending on when you're operating during the day. And then up at this screen here, you have your rear view camera. This will give you all of your machine diagnostics, and it is all a touch interface. And all these buttons on your right side can also be found in here as well. But going back to the main screen, you know, it's basically what you see on most cars now, where you can find everything on the touch interface, conveniently located at about eyes level of this operator's chair here. And this sound reduction cab keeps the noise levels way down. So even though I'm not pedal to the metal right now, your engine noise is very muffled. So the operator can, you know, focus on being alert, seeing objects in front of him or to the sides of him, or focusing on the job he's doing. You know, plowing a parking lot outside a shopping mall, or driving down a narrow gravel pit or quarry. Just the layout of this is so nice. It's spacious, and again, I can see everywhere from your window panels and the front-facing and rear-view cameras. And that is all we have for the brand new Develon DL250 wheel loader. So customers that we usually see looking to purchase one of these are, you know, customers dealing with high capacity dirt or gravel work. You'll find these in rock quarries or a lot of larger construction sites, transporting material and dumping into dump trucks or dumping into random sites across the construction site or a gravel pit. Another customer that is, you know, big into these larger wheel loaders are snow contractors plowing HOA developments, townhomes, neighborhoods, high schools, large retail parking lots, stuff like that. There's tons of options for a machine this size. But back to it, make sure you like, subscribe, share for more content. And hopefully we'll see you down here to get your hands on one of these machines pretty soon.